What's going on, everybody? You got the crazy dog back for another video, and this is my Browns Ravens Week 2 preview. Of course, Browns home opener. I'm pumped. I'm sure everyone else in Cleveland's pumped to get that wacky taste out of our mouths from last week. Hopefully the Browns can come out here and get a dub against a divisional opponent. And to add a little bit more spice to it, the Browns are unveiling the Jim Brown statue that has been long awaited. So that's going to be something to see. So pretty much this is going to be a really, really good game. We all know how Joe Flacco does against us. He's like 13-2 all time against the Browns. And one of those losses came last year when one of those losses came last year. Pretty much Josh McCown putting a whooping on the Ravens. But it really, he just freaking threw all over those guys. 400 yards. And it was still a really, really good game. That was when Justin Forsett hurt himself. Got like a broken leg or something like that. There's a lot of guys that are injured for the Ravens this year, coming into this week, like guys like Elvis Dumervil. He's hurt. I think Zadarius Smith is hurt. Rashad Perryman on the injury list with something I think in his leg or whatever. I don't know, man. This is going to be a really, really good game. Now, my keys to the Browns winning this game, going 1-1. Well, first of all, special teams has to show up as the Indians just hit a home run. So, that was Coco Crisp. Yeah, Coco Crisp hits a home run during my preview video. Yeah, that's a bonus right there. But, anyways, my three keys to a Browns dub week 2. 1, Josh McCown has to do what he did last year against the Ravens defense. Go vertical. You now have two very good weapons in Terrell Pryor and Corey Coleman. Those two can stretch the field, and they can do damage. If they can get behind that Ravens secondary, watch out. I know Corey Coleman had a few drops or whatever last week, but that's all behind us. He needs to go in there and think, you know what? I'm going to get me a touchdown. And then Terrell Pryor, we all saw what he did in the preseason. Tore it up, roasting corners. He's a big guy. He's a big challenge for the Ravens. Now my number two key to the victory. Well, our defense has to step up. Run defense looked pretty good last week. Holding Matthews to 77 yards. They really got after the quarterback. I liked it, except for the pass plays. Secondary has to get better. Joe Hayden, he's going to have a pretty tenacious receiver going against him in Steve Smith. Granted, he is old, but he's still good. He still has that talent. He was supposed to retire, but then he got hurt, and then he decided, you know what, I'm going to come out of retirement. Probably this will be his last year. If not, next year will be his last year. Not to mention, you got Mike Wallace, who's pretty good. We all know that. And then you got Kamar Aiken, who's a stud in himself. So, our defense has to step up, get after Forsett, get after Flacco, and stop that passing game. And our third key to victory, our running game has to show up. Yeah. Get Duke Johnson and Crowell involved, because if that running game is working, that defense has to respect it. And if, they don't know if you're going to run or pass, that should open up the passing game and make Coleman and Pryor that more dangerous, because that's when the play action comes in handy. And another bonus key is Hugh Jackson needs to unlock the trickeration. Last week, he did 3 or 4 straight trick plays. He did one where Joe Thomas went out wide. It's okay. He did like a reverse or something like that. He had Terrell Pryor at quarterback. Bruh. Just mix that in this week. Confuse the Ravens defense a little bit. You know? Confuse them a little bit. Maybe do a halfback pass. Maybe sneak in Terrell Pryor at quarterback. I mean, heck, they even tried a fake punt that went miserably wrong last week. I think they're going to unlock a little bit more of the trickeration, but it's going to be a lot harder because no RG3. But, don't expect any read option plays because McCown cannot run. It's almost like he's running with cinder blocks for feet. Like, dude, don't do that. Please, no. It's torturous. You don't want to hurt him. I don't want to see Cody Kessler trot onto that field. Oh, God. That's a nightmare. Woo-wee. But, yeah, that's going to be my preview. I think the Browns can get this dub and improve to 1-1. And then go on to South Beach next week to face the Dolphins. So, anyways, I'm Crazy Dog 99. I'm always going to rep my Browns, no matter what. Go Browns. We bark in this bitch. Let's go. I'm out.